Hey guys, so today we are going to be jumping into the Gamma 1 and 2 Dokkan Fest here. So before we actually start, well, I guess it's going to be going on at the same time as me talking. So I was away for the weekend. This banner released literally the same day the banner came out. I was going away for a few days, so that's why this is delayed. So what I ended up doing was I recorded this on my phone, and I'm doing this post-recorded commentary. This is not live commentary as I'm summoning. Just for the simple reason of I wanted to record this as well as the 55% showcases for the Gamma 1 and 2 as soon as possible so that I could start link leveling them as fast as I could. And as of right now, I do have Gamma 1 is finished in terms of link levels, and Gamma 2 only has one more link left before he's done. So I am going to be getting up the 100% videos very shortly on the Gamma 1 and 2, so that's going to be good to see here. All right, so obviously we do have the Pilaf's Trove or special tickets, whatever they're called these days, and we do end up getting a Puff animation here, so hopefully it's one of the two Gammas. By the way, in case you guys, I don't know what I'm going to title this video, but I will just tell you, yeah, there's Gamma 2. Okay, so there's the first one that we need. I will tell you guys that I did very, very well on this banner, as you will see throughout this video here. So yeah, this is again, this is already recorded. I have the whole video already done. All the footage is here. This commentary is being added in after the fact. And funny thing about this is we now know as well that Vegeta and Trunks is coming out, I believe, in like 4 days from when this video goes up. And I am actually also going to be away next weekend, which is exactly when they release. So I will probably end up doing the same thing for Vegeta and Trunks. Oh, I forgot I pulled these guys, Krillin and Gohan. I actually only pulled one of them on the worldwide banner, so I'm glad I'll take. Yeah, I locked them up. That makes sense. So I'll probably end up doing the same thing I did with this banner for Vegeta and Trunks, just because I want to be able to link level as fast as possible to get up the 100% max link showcase. But I'm still going to be recording. Like I'm still going to be doing the 55% showcase and the summons and all that stuff. So I do have the 55% showcase already recorded, and all I got to do is voice over that as well, which I'll be doing right after I finish this here. So yeah, it's not really going to change anything. It's just the live commentary is not going to be live. It's post the fact. So this banner overall, I guess, is what we should talk about first, right? So this is a very interesting situation for Global, because Global has had a lot of banners just sort of thrown at us in succession here, right? We went from like Pan's banner, Pan's Dokkan Fest banner. Well, actually, I guess you could kind of link it all the way back to the beginning of the anniversary almost, because we had anniversary, we had part 1 of the anniversary, we had part 2 of the anniversary, then we had, I guess, what was it? It was Raditz in between the anniversary and worldwide, so I don't even really know if you want to count that, but we had anniversary part 1, anniversary part 2, Raditz Dokkan Fest, then we have worldwide celebration part 1 with LR Final Form Cooler and the Revival Goku. Then we had part 2, which was the Carnival Metal Cooler and the Goku and Vegeta from the Metal Cooler movie. Then Global had Pan's Dokkan Fest. Then we had the Double Rates banner with Chilai and Fasha. Now we have the Gamma banner. Then we're about to get, literally in like 2 days or 3 days or whatever, we're about to get the Vegeta and Trunks, LR Dokkan Fest banner. And then after that, we have Heroes. Dragon Ball Heroes, which we know is going to be bringing the Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4s as well as Hearts. Those are the only 3 summonable characters that we know of that are coming on that are new summonable characters that are coming out. And then we also know that we're getting Awakenings for the the Super Saiyan 4 Gohan, the Super Saiyan 4 Bardock, and then I'm blanking on who else is getting Awakened, but there's 4 characters that we know for sure are getting Awakened: Bardock, Gohan, and then some other 2 characters. I'm actually gonna look this up because I can't believe I forgot this. Let me see if I can pull up the post here. I don't know. There's just too much stuff going on for me to keep track at this point. But the point is, there's a lot of banners coming out, right? There's a lot to choose. Oh yeah, it's Supreme Kai of Time, Brainwashed, and Robel are the other 2 characters that are getting Awakens. Definitely all could be very, very interesting. And a lot of Super Saiyan 4 action going on, because we know that we're getting the 2 Super Saiyan 4 awakenings from the old characters, the Gohan and the Bardock, and then we're getting the 2 new Super Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker Goku and Vegeta. So some nice Super Saiyan 4 help. Hopefully that sort of gives the LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta from the anniversary a bit of a resurgence. But this banner in particular, the point I wanted to make going through the whole history of the banners like that is just, like, no matter what I say to you guys, like, there's really too much happening for me to really give you a concrete, you know, decision on, okay, yeah, you should or should not summon. Also, by the way, I believe that STR Piccolo actually was able to rainbow mine, so that was a really good pull that I got there. Pretty nice to have him done now. But this banner, we have obviously Gamma 1, we have Gamma 2, we have Tech Ultimate Gohan, we have Physical Piccolo, the Tech Android 17 and 18, Android 13, Physical Super Saiyan Broly, and that is the banner here. So if you take a look at the 7 featured SSRs, I would actually say that this is a pretty good banner, which is not something I very commonly say. And the main reason why it's such a good banner is because we have both of the new Dokkan Fest exclusives on the same banner. Whenever we get 2 Dokkan Fest exclusives, and look how many androids I'm pulling, it's actually ridiculous. Whenever we have 2 Dokkan Fest exclusives, what they always do is they always split them up into dual Dokkan Fest, right? Or I guess in the new format's case, it's going to be Dokkan Fest and then Carnival character, right? Or whatever. We'll see how they handle like New Year's and like Golden Week, which are not LR Dokkan Fests, if they're going to keep those as normal dual Dokkan Fests or not. I probably think they will, but we'll see. But this is the first time we've seen new Dokkan Fest exclusive characters on the same banner, 2 new characters on the same banner since, I believe it was the Sword of Hope Trunks, the Int Sword of Hope Trunks, and the Tech Merge Zamasu, which came out at the same time as the anime arc. That's how long ago that was. So it's been quite a gap. What is that, 5 years or 6 years or something like that? 6 years in between, basically. No, was it 6? Maybe. Yeah, I think it actually was 6 years ago that we had that Tech Merge Zamasu and Int Sword of Hope Trunks banner. So really a very uncommon occurrence to get that. Okay, and then here's our Gamma 1 pulls. So now we have 1 of each. We have 1 Gamma 1, 1 Gamma 2. I think we did pull the Gamma 2 off the tickets, and then this is our Gamma 1 that we got off of the stones, but pretty much just started the pulls here, so this is pretty good so far. We're on track to be looking fairly good here. So the banner overall, I think because of that reason that we're getting both of them on the same banner, it is much better than it would have been otherwise. And then you have characters like Tech Ultimate Gohan, who's still very good. You can still be running like all the difficult stages in the game. We have the Tech Android 17 and 18, who you can run under, I believe it's the Gamma 2 leader skill, because he is androids, right? Because the artificial life form category is the Gamma 1 leader skill, and the 17 and 18 actually don't fall under that category. So you can run them under the Gamma 2 leader skill, and that could be a pretty good core, right? Gamma 2, Gamma 1, 17, and 18. Like, it's a pretty solid core of a team right there. And so you have, I mean, I would say the other 3 featured units, Physical Piccolo, 13, and Physical Broly, they're definitely not that great. But honestly, with the way the game has been going, I could see, like, literally any of those characters could get an easy A at any point. Like, for example, they come out with Orange Piccolo, right? Orange Piccolo comes out in Dokkan, and all of a sudden, Physical Piccolo is getting an easy A. Or, I don't know, they come out with some kind of, I guess, it would have to, tie into the Android 13 movie for us to get an easy A for him, if they want to be consistent with the themes, right? So they could release, I don't know, a new LR Android 13 as like a gold coin LR, and then all of a sudden they just throw out the easy A AGL 13. And then the Physical Broly, obviously this is probably going to be tied to a bigger celebration where they revisit the Broly movie in some capacity, so he will probably be getting his EZA alongside the Blue Gogeta, the AGL one, which again could be other Zeno. Yeah, by the way, get used to that animation. Get used to that Zeno animation. Like any of these big celebrations, anniversary, worldwide, even stuff like New Year's or Golden Week, like these could all be Broly movie related, in which point they could easily EZA this physical Super Saiyan Broly as well as the AGL Gogeta. So it's not like even if you pull, like let's say you pull Physical Piccolo, and there's I believe our second Gamma 2 there, even if you pull Physical Piccolo, it's not a complete L because he's gonna be good. But like this is a character that his skeleton is actually quite good. he has permanent Scouter, and he has permanent damage, not damage, permanent defense stacking. Like, there's another Zeno. Was that back-to-back? I think it probably was, yeah. So this guy gets easy aid. He doesn't really need much tweaks to his kit, right? Whenever he's on rotation, you have a permanent Scouter, and then you have the defense stacking. So as long as he's, you know, built relatively well to augment those things, so like max additional, like stuff like that, he will be good. Like that's all there is to it. So I typically don't recommend for a lot of people to summon on these like one-off Dokkan fests. Like whenever we get these like standalone Dokkan fests as part of non-major celebrations. But I think in this instance, I actually would say that this banner is good enough to go ahead and summon on. I don't think if you're somebody who's been like saving your stones for a while, and you somehow like manage to not spend your stones during the anniversary or the worldwide celebration, then I wouldn't really say, okay, yeah, go ahead and spend your 3,000 saved up stones that you've been hoarding for like, you know, 10 months or whatever it's been. But I would say this banner's probably worth 5, 6, 7 multis just to test your luck, because again, the odds of you pulling something good off of here with all the featured units being the way they are, I would actually say that this is pretty good. You're not going to be incorrect. Let's just call it that. Let's say it like that. You're not going to be incorrect if you decide to summon on this banner, because Gamma 1 and 2, I mean, again, both of them are new. Both of them are on the same banners. If you pull Gamma 1, I mean, not even if you pull both, as long as you pull one of those two units, I think Gamma 1 is probably a better core character to build a team around than Gamma 2 is. But let's just say you pull Gamma 1 and you don't end up pulling Gamma 2, like you can still pretty much clear everything in the game with a 55% Gamma 1. As long as you have competent characters to build a team around him. I think you could probably say the same about Gamma 2, but it's going to be a lot less. He's going to carry the team a lot less in the areas that you probably would need carrying more, right? Because Gamma 1 is supposed to be the more defensive character on the team. He's supposed to be the slot 1 character. He's eating all the hits. He's doing actually pretty good damage in return. But he's also, don't forget, supporting as well. And so is Gamma 2, but it's different because Gamma 1's giving defense support, right? So it's a little bit more valuable, I think, for the whole team. And then Gamma 2 is supposed to be the damage dealing character. And there's our, what is it, 4th Gamma 2? We have 1 Gamma 1. But yeah, Gamma 2 is supposed to be the damage dealing character, whereas Gamma 1 is supposed to be the defense character. And they're supposed to be used together. Like they're designed intentionally, specifically to be used together. But again, I think even if you don't end up pulling both of them, and let's just say you pull Gamma 2, like you can still do exceptionally well in all the difficult content with a 55% Gamma 2. Like he's good enough. And if you are very lucky, and let's just say you use like 400 stones in this banner, and you pull both Gamma 1 and Gamma 2, at that point you probably are set. Honestly, I mean, if you're somebody who's only concerned with like just winning and just beating the content, and you know that's your goal, like if you pull a 55% one copy of Gamma 1 and Gamma 2, like there really is not a reason for you to summon on the Vegeta and Trunks banner, because Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 can perform just as well as a pairing on their team as Vegeta and Trunks do on their team as the leader. So I think this banner is probably worth it. Because again, the next banner we have is the Vegeta and Trunks banner. And assuming they make no changes from the JP banner, the way the JP banner was, I don't really consider it a good decision to summon on that banner, because the featured characters are not great on that banner, unfortunately. So more often than not, like if you decide to summon on that Vegeta and Trunks banner, more often than not, you're going to be pulling a less valuable character than if you decide to summon on this Gamma 1 and 2 banner. You have a much higher chance of pulling a better character, a more valuable character, if you summon on this banner as opposed to the Vegeta and Trunks banner. And that is generally how I, make my decision whether or not to recommend summoning on a banner or not. How likely are you to pull something that is going to be valuable to you and will help you? This Gamma banner definitely serves as the better choice in that regard. All right, well, that's pretty much all I have to say about the banner itself. But yeah, in terms of like my luck, like how many androids have I pulled in this video so far? It's like number 5 or 6 or something like that. I believe at this point I'm kind of like vaguely keeping up with the summons. Oh, there's a Goku Black Rift. Okay. I think at this point we have what, 4 Gamma 2s and 1 Gamma 1. So I'm like desperately praying, please let this be Gamma 1. Like, I knew going into this banner, I was like, this is 100% gonna happen. We're gonna pull like 15 of one of them, and we're gonna have like 1 of the other one. They knew that was what they're doing. Okay, so here's Gamma 2 number 5. So Gamma 2 is rainbowed at this point. I have 1 Gamma 1 still. And this is exactly how I thought things would go. Because at the end of the day, if you're somebody who's gonna, gunning for the rainbow on both these characters, odds are you're gonna pull one more than the other. Oh, actually there's Gamma 2 again. So that's Gamma 2 number 6. So this is actually a double Gamma 2 multi. And the second one is kind of, I guess I don't want to say kind of worthless, because you can use the SSR. I'm checking the SSR of Gamma 2. I'm like, I wonder if he's even usable. He seems okay. I don't really know. Like, because again, he's not raising defense on super attack as his SSR. His SSR, what is his SSR? Let me actually see this. What does his SSR do? Passive. So 100% attack and defense, additional 50% attack when performing a super attack, a 10% attack and defense with each attack performed, as well as 10% crit chance with 30%. Yeah, wouldn't really call this guy spectacular SSR. So kind of unfortunate there. I think the Gamma 1 SSR is a bit better than the Gamma 2 SSR, just because he's raising defense on super attack as an SSR. He still retains some damage reduction as an SSR up to 30%. He's getting attack and defense per attack received. Like Gamma 1 as an SSR, another Android copy. Gamma 1 as an SSR definitely seems much more usable in difficult content as opposed to the Gamma 2 SSR. So it's a bit unfortunate that I ended up playing a lot more of the Gamma 2 because now that's sort of going to be the one I'm going to have to focus on. But I mean, whenever these guys come back, it'll probably be a situation where I pull Gamma 1 like a million times. But yeah, again, to summarize my recommendation, I would say if you guys are interested in these characters, like if you don't like Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 as characters, then obviously I would probably say it's not worth summoning if you're not going to enjoy using them. But as characters in Dokkan, as effective ways to beat these events, they are for sure worth summoning on. So summon on the banner. There's another Zeno. What is that? Zeno number 3. I'm really praying this is Gamma 1. Please let this be Gamma 1, dude. What is this? Is this actually Gamma 1, or is this still just the parade of Gamma 2s back to back a million times? Oh, this might be... I think I know what this is. I think I know what this is. Okay, so here's Gamma 1. So that's really good that I pulled him here. Finally, we got our second copy of Gamma 1. I know, what's this? A fake out. It's Gamma 1 again! Back to back Gamma 1s in the same multi. This was a godsend. You guys understand how much this saved me, this multi right here? That's crazy. Both Gamma... I used the arrow on the screen to lock them both up. That's something you see very often for me. But okay, so now what are we at? 3 Gamma 1s and 6 Gamma 2s. So at this point, I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, we're like 18 minutes into this recording. Because typically, if you guys have watched my summon videos before, at least my initial summon videos, you know that I don't like to go like mega long on the first summon video. But I'm looking at the recording while I'm doing this, on my phone. I kept track of the time. I knew I started recording at like, what is it? So it says 3:29. I think I started recording at like 3:11 or something. So I'm like, okay, I'm like 18 minutes into the video. Maybe there's a chance we can actually rainbow both Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 in the first summon video. That would be pretty insane. Because again, typically, I mean, I think I definitely have rainbowed the new character in the first video I've done, right? Outside of live streams. I think I have done that before. But 2? Rainbowing 2 new characters on their first banner? I don't think I've done that before. So if this is actually something that's gonna happen, we're gonna have a good time here. Okay, so there's Tech Piccolo. Pulled him as the 10th character in the multi. Keep track of that Tech Piccolo, by the way. It'll be important later. So okay, there's a god animation. I guess I should also talk about the schedule moving forward with Global as well. There's a Broly. Because I mentioned the schedule up to Heroes. If you guys remember the schedule from last year, I believe Heroes came out on, it was either the 20th of November or the 21st of November. So I think the way things are going to work is we're going to get Vegeta and Trunks in a few days. I think it's the 4th that Vegeta and Trunks are coming out. So we get Vegeta and Trunks in the 4th. Then there's about a 2-week sort of like hiatus. Okay, there's technical number 2. We're going to have like a 2-week hiatus, and then we'll have Heroes. So that'll be the traditional yearly Heroes collab. And by the way, when I recommend a summon on this banner, I do so, obviously, without knowing what the Hero celebration is going to look like. For all I know, they could release, like, the Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta, and they are, like, #1 in the game by far. Like, it's possible. Is it impossible? No, it's not impossible. It's not very likely, I don't think. It's not likely for the Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 to be better than Gamma 1 and Gamma 2, or Vegeta and Trunks, or LRSTR Cooler, or, you know, any of those, like, top-tier units. But it's certainly possible. So I will say that if you guys do decide to summon on this banner, do so with the thought in mind that the Hero celebration is less than a month away. So we have Heroes either on the 20th or 21st or somewhere in there. And then after Heroes, there's another Zeno. What is that? Zeno number 4. 4 times Zenos in this video so far. So I'm hoping this is Gamma 1. So what is going to come out in December, I guess, is like the thing to think about here, because we actually have a decent amount of choices. So if we compare, it's Gamma 2, okay, so that's what, number 7? If we compare Global's, like, I guess, releases to JP's, we are only missing at this point Vegeta and Trunks, which we're literally about to get. We're missing the Resurrection F Blue Goku and Vegeta, which is tied to LR Golden Frieza. And then we're missing the Kid Goku, the Path to Power Kid Goku that just came out on JP after... Literally, the Path to Power Kid Goku came out on JP at the same time as Pan came out on Global. So that's really all we're missing on Global at this point. Though I guess what could end up happening is we get Vegeta and Trunks, and then... Because I think what ends up happening with this Part 2 LR for that celebration is they end up getting pushed back to like January or something. That's usually what happens for some reason. So I think what could end up happening is we get Heroes, and then at the beginning of December, or like sort of like a few days into December or whatever, we could end up getting the Resurrection F Blue Goku and Vegeta in early December. Maybe? And then they can try and slide in Golden Frieza as well. That'd be kind of weird, though, because then we get ROF Blue Goku and Vegeta, Golden Frieza, and then we get, what, LR Merge Zamasu right after that? That just sounds very strange. Alternatively, what they could do is they could release the Kid Goku in early December after Heroes, because that Kid Goku celebration on JP did not have a Part 2. So they could fill, like, that little bit of time in early December with the Kid Goku Dokkan Fest. And then, because remember, we have to get the Tanabata / Christmas, I guess on Global it's the Christmas banner, right? That's going to bring back the 7th year anniversary characters for the first time. That also should have Vegeta and Trunks on it as well. So that will come out around Christmas time, and then, you know, Global always gets like the Step Up banner or whatever on New Year's. So that's probably what the schedule is going to be. So there is a realistic possibility that we don't get the Resurrection F Blue Goku and Vegeta until like mid-January. Because if we go down that path where we get Kid Goku in early December, and then we go into the Christmas banner, then we go into the Double Rates banner, or... Oh, I forgot about the Double Rates banner. That is also Christmas, right? Damn, yeah. So I guess, yeah, it actually is looking like, I guess, Kid Goku in early December... Double Rates Christmas banner on both Global and JB at the same time. Then Global's going to get that Christmas, you know, like 7th year LR banner. Then Global's going to get the Step Up, the Step Up at the end of the year. Then I think Merge Zamasu should come out in early January. And then after Merge, what's this, Gamma 2 number 8? And then after that, we should be getting the ROF Blue Goku and Vegeta. And there's, what is that, Tech Piccolo number 3 as well. So Golden, LR Golden Frieza. Think about how insane this is. LR Golden Frieza is probably going to be coming out at like the end of January / early February. How insane is that? Didn't he come out on JP in June? It's going to be a 7-month gap in between his release on JP versus Global. That is actually insane. 7 months. And the annoying part about that specific release for Golden Frieza is he works so well with LR STR Cooler, with, you know, the Metal Cooler, all the really massive Wicked Bloodline buffs that we got as part of the Worldwide Celebration. You know, STR Cooler's Easy A. Like Golden Frieza, LR Golden Frieza is a core Wicked Bloodline unit. And the fact that we've been waiting so long for him to come out and he's been delayed for so long, it just sucks. Like, it's just bad timing. So that's really what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Heroes, just to recap, I guess. So, you know, let's just start with this banner. So Gamma 1 and 2 are out right now. Vegeta and Trunks should be coming out on November 4th. Vegeta and Trunks November 4th. Heroes should be coming out on like November 20th to 21st. Then I think what'll happen is we'll get the Kid Goku, Path to Power Kid Goku Dokkan Fest early December. Then I guess it's going to be the Christmas Double Rates banner that comes out for both Global and GB at the same time, which I guess will be Carnival coins. That should be a Carnival LR, I guess now, is what they're going to be doing for that. Then we're going to be having the Christmas, you know, Dokkan Fest banner on Global, which is going to be, again, the 7th year LR's return. There's a Black Rift. 7th year LR's return. And then Vegeta and Trunks, I think, also return. And then there's going to be the New Year's step up. Then in January, we should be getting Merge Zamasu, LR Merge Zamasu. And then after Merge Zamasu, we should be getting the ROF Blue Goku and Vegeta. And then LR Golden Frieza as part 2 of that celebration. And then at that point, we will be fully caught up to where JP is right now. So we will see how they handle this. There's Gamma 2. What is that? Gamma 2 number 9, I think, at this point. So we have 3 Gamma 1s and we have 9 Gamma 2s. Is that where we're at here? This is definitely some journey. All right, there's Goten and Trunks, so I'm kind of hoping this is something good. But we didn't get no Wadida, so I'm kind of hesitant here. At this point, what is this? A 27-minute video? I'm kind of like, all right, well, if this goes past 30 minutes, I'm probably just going to cut and do a part 2 of this, because I don't want this to go on for too long. But there is I actually do pull a copy of Gamma 1 there, which I didn't really expect, honestly, on that multi. No animations. It was just Goten and Trunks with no Wadida. Like, it was seeming kind of bleak, but all right, there's Gamma 1, and now we are just looking for the final copy of Gamma 1. We just need one more. And I'm just pretty much just rapid firing until we get the final copy. But let me know down below if you guys did decide to summon and go in on this banner, and if you did, how did your summons go? Overall, I would probably say this is one of my most successful banners ever. We actually had 2 separate multis of double Gamma 2 and double Gamma 1. That is crazy. That is insane. I hope in the future they decide to do more of these Dokkan Fest banners where they have 2 new Dokkan Fests both in the same banner. That would be insane. But there's Physical Piccolo. There's Physical Broly. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and jump in here as well. And let's see what we got here. We got Vegeta, Goten, and 17. Looks like we are fusing. I'm really praying this is the end here. I'm really hoping it's not a Gamma 2. So, I mean, I guess technically we are 1 copy away from rainbowing the Gamma 2 SSR, so I could technically do that as well. But there it is, Gamma 1. So, we actually did end up rainbowing both Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 on the same banner. And I actually ended up pulling another copy of the Gohan and Chrome. That's pretty good. Always could use them. I think I'm now 1 copy away from having them rainbowed. But there we go. Rainbowed both Gamma 1 and Gamma 2. First video, same banner. Less than 30 minutes. Pretty insane luck. Hopefully, if you guys decided to summon, you have the same kind of luck as me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all in the next one.